This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, heartbreak in Suzhou. Eala's dream run ends in agonizing fashion. 141 strong Team Philippines marches to Bahrain Asian Youth Games. In the NCAA, JRU shocks Letran 73-69 while Perpetual dominates San Sebastian 67-54. In Major League Baseball, October blasts off with Schlittler's masterclass, Tigers' revenge, and Padres' heartbreak. In the NBA, the Knicks' Josh Hart ejected hits the floor in Abu Dhabi opener. And Sheila Salaysay reports on our Hoopers leading the call to dribble out corruption. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 3rd of October. Now, here's our roundup. Well, it's tears in Suzhou. Eala fought with all her heart but came up just short in a grueling quarterfinal battle. The 20-year-old Filipino tennis star saw victory slip away in the tiebreak, falling to world number 70, Victoria Golubic, 2-6, 6-2, 7-6. The Filipino tennis star looked poised for victory after a dominant first set and even fought back from a 3-5 hole in the decider to surge ahead 6-5. But just when the finish line was in sight, Golubic shut the door, forcing a tiebreak and blanking Eala 7-0. Still, the Rafa Nadal Academy graduate shone with early round wins over Katarzyna Kawa and Greet Minen. But this time, it was the Swiss veteran who moves on to face Tatjana Maria in the semifinals. Team Philippines is locked and loaded with 141 athletes set to fly to Manama on October 17, just 5 days before the grand opening of the 3rd Asian Youth Games. The goal is clear: match or even surpass the 2 gold medals won back in 2013, when Pauline Lopez ruled taekwondo and Mia Legaspi shined in golf. Philippine Olympic Committee President Abraham Bambol Tolentino believes the strongest chances are in the combat sports, but he stresses that Filipino athletes are capable of striking gold across the board. The AYG is the biggest stage for youth athletes next to the Asian Games. The delegation will compete in 19 different sports, led by our fighters in jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, wrestling, MMA, and boxing. All in all, over 4,200 athletes and 900 officials are coming together in Bahrain, promising action, intensity, and the chance for sports glory. Moving on to collegiate sports, Jose Rizal University stunned Colegio de San Juan de Letran 73-69, kicking off NCAA season 101 with a bang at Phil Oil Center. The win also marked the first league victory for new JRU coach Nani Epondulan. The Heavy Bombers led 56-49 before Letran fought back in the 4th, cutting it to 70-66. Justin Lozano hit crucial free throws after fouls by Jim Boy Estrada, giving JRU breathing room. Lozano split his final trip to the line, sealing the win. At the same venue, Patrick Sleet set the tone as Perpetual dominated San Sebastian 67-54, spoiling Rob Labagala's coaching debut. Sleet scored 8 of his 10 points in the first quarter, sat out the second after 2 fouls, but the Altas held control, taking a 30-19 halftime lead. Mark Goho Cruz nailed a triple to extend the lead to 58-41. San Sebastian then had a 7-0 run, but Sleet halted it, pushing the lead to 60. Sean Orgo, JP Boral, and Goho Cruz closed it out. With these opening wins, JRU and Perpetual make statements in NCAA Season 100. The Heavy Bombers and Altas show that they mean business. And as the season heats up, fans can expect more drama, big plays, and surprises on the court. October basketball delivered drama, heartbreak, and heroics. Yankees rookie Cam Schlittler dazzled in the Bronx. Detroit Tigers exacted revenge in Cleveland, and the San Diego Padres' postseason dreams ended in heartbreak at Wrigley. 3 games, 3 stories, baseball at its best. Yankees 4, Red Sox 0. Game 3, American League wildcard rookie Cam Schlittler struck out 12 over 8 scoreless innings, 0 walks, blanking Boston to keep New York's season alive. Fastball hitting 98.9 miles per hour. The fans roared. Clubhouse celebrated a historic postseason performance. While Tigers 6, Guardians 3, Game 3, American League wildcard. Wensil Perez hit all postseason, delivered a 2-run single, sparking a 4-run 7th. Detroit punched their ticket to the Alds. Clubhouse erupted in champagne, karaoke, and joy. And finally, Cubs 3, Padres 1. Game 3, National League wildcard. San Diego fell short again. Merrill's 9th inning homer too late. Timely Cubs defense end their season. Heartbreak in Chicago. Machado reflected on what could have been. Schlittler's heroics, Detroit's revenge, the Padres' bitter exit. Every pitch, every swing. October baseball never disappoints. Meanwhile, Josh Hart's night in Abu Dhabi ended in frustration, injured and ejected during the Knicks' 99-84 win over the 76ers. The forward, still in a splint on his right ring finger, went down after chasing a rebound, colliding with the 76ers' Kennedy Chandler. Moments later, he fired the ball into the stands, and the officials had no choice but to eject him. The Knicks made it clear the injury is not serious. The teams will face off again on Saturday. And now here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Did you know that skaters use a move called the crossover to master curves? The crossover is a technique where a skater crosses one leg over the other while leaning into a turn. This move helps them maintain balance, increase speed, and stay ahead of opponents on the track. Used in speed skating, inline skating, and even figure skating, the crossover is one of the most important skills that separates beginners from champions. Master the crossover, and you master the curve. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. It's the Singapore Grand Prix, and Lewis Hamilton is carrying more than just a Ferrari badge this weekend. He's racing with a heavy heart, and a packed paddock is behind him. Hamilton opened up ahead of the Grand Prix, sharing the pain of losing his beloved dog, Roscoe. But what stood out? The wave of global support that flooded in. From fans to fellow drivers, everyone felt it. Lewis said in an interview, and I quote, "Grief is the last act of love, and I'm definitely feeling it," end quote. You can hear it. Raw, honest, and human. Hamilton reminding us that behind the helmet, there's a heart still healing. And now, at 40 years old, in a Ferrari for the first time in this circuit, Hamilton says he's drawing strength from that empathy. On a track he's mastered before, he believes the breakthrough is coming. Maybe this weekend. Maybe for Roscoe. So tonight, it's not just about lap times or strategy. It's about a legend, a dog who touched millions. And the reminder that even in the darkness, compassion still wins. And that's a roundup for tonight, the 3rd of October. When we return, Sheila Salaysay reports on our Hoopers leading the call to dribble out corruption. That's up next right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. In solidarity with the rest of the country for transparency and accountability, 3x3 basketball star Jordan Bartlett rolled out his hoop bus to lead the call to dribble out corruption. Here's Sheila Salaysay with an exclusive report on this unique sports rally.
Champions are often remembered for their victories on the court, but today, athletes are stepping into a different arena, fighting a battle that goes beyond the scoreboard. Leading the charge is 3x3 basketball star Jordan Bartlett, who now stands as a strong voice against corruption. Alongside Jordan were fellow athletes Dog Kramer, The Beast Aguara, Eruption, Jen Nierva, Aliyah Hortaleza, and Jason Mancao. They are proving that true sportsmanship isn't just about being humble in victory and graceful in defeat. It is also about having the courage to stand against injustice and call for integrity and accountability.
We represent Hoop Bus Philippines. We have the Hoop Jeepney outside. It's a vehicle of change. It's a voice for the people. And right now we are just here in Marikina because we're standing against corruption. So we're here with a lot of athletes, influencers, talented people that we just want to stand against corruption, and we want to say that we're with the people. Everyone has a voice. You don't need to have 1 million followers. You don't need to have all the accolades in the world. You don't need to be a famous basketball player, right? The way that change happens, it starts from each person. When you become quiet, that's when anger builds up. When conversations don't happen, that's where people rise up and get violent. The way for us to peaceful protest is to use our voice before it becomes an issue, right? So we have an issue, we have to speak up. And it's within our rights to speak and protest about it peacefully, and that's what we want to do. We're not here for violence. We just want people to know we want clean leaders, and we want them to be blessed. We want to extend forgiveness.
The powerful message comes alive in the Peaceful Dribble March, a symbolic protest where the Eruption Squad joins fellow athletes, where each bounce echoes like a heartbeat for justice, each step a powerful stand against corruption.
Everyone has a voice. Every person has a voice. Everyone has a platform to be able to speak their mind, speak their opinions and their views, and everyone is entitled to one. And ours right now, especially what's going on in the Philippines, is something that is very, very sensitive, but very, very imperative that we need to at least get some sort of justice on what's been going on. And everyone can say, let's end corruption. How do we do it? And so we got to act. And in the scriptures it says, faith without works is dead. So we really got to act upon it. We got to work towards what we're trying to say. As a squad, as together, we're doing the best we can to go around. It may not end today, it may not end tomorrow, but in the future, I'm sure when we're united, we got something to say and we got something to prove.
Their love for basketball has united their voices, and now they rise together for honesty and transparency.
True sports, because for what I believe, when it comes to sports, you draw people together. Like like you can see, the kids, they all love basketball. And Philippines, the first culture here is basketball, compared to other countries. So I think through sport, you can connect, you can meet people, you can meet mayors, you can meet senators, you can meet whoever. If through sport, we can help one another, stand there for each other, one voice. Like I said, 1 + 1 = 2. So if I bring my sport to you, you bring your love to me, then we can become one.
Corruption out, corruption in.
Basketball brings everyone together, and I think this is something where we have to stand as one. It's not something we can fight individually. So if we can bring people together through basketball, share our gifts, share our knowledge, and then share and spread ideas to one another, that's when the change is going to happen.
The protest is more than just a march. It's a platform, a chance to be heard, to stand up for the youth and the generations to come.
I'm good friends with Jordan. He put up this hoop bus, and I think we all have a voice, different platforms, and I think we all just want to be heard in our own small ways. We all have to do our part. It's for our kids and our children's children, future. So I'm here to support my brothers and hopefully be heard. Open secret, the corruption. But when you see the piles of cash on the billiard table and you see the blatant way of them stealing our money, knowing how strict it is to file for your taxes and everything, and then suddenly it's just so easy to steal our money. It becomes so personal.
With sports as a platform to broadcast their call to end corruption, the Hoop Buzz has given the youth a safe space to fight for a better future.
Ang kabataan ngayon, maeengganyo nyo sila na umattend ng mga events, ng mga projects kapag sports siya. So, kung gusto nila to, ibigay natin sa kanila to with a meaning na mas malalim po sa sports. So ngayon, nakikita nila, umattend sila dito, nag-wear sila ng white, hindi lang dahil gusto nilang mag-basketball. Pakikiisa na rin doon sa kung ano yung pinaglalaban natin, kung ano yung project natin ngayon. So sports with a meaning.
In this campaign, these athletes remind us the true champions aren't defined by the trophies they lift, but by the battles they choose to fight. For justice, for integrity, and for the future of the Filipinos. Reporting for the Scorecard, Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Up next, Verstappen wants history, Piastri needs redemption, and Norris knows what it takes to win here. Strategy, survival, and pure grit. Who handles the heat in the Singapore Grand Prix? We're about to find out. So keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. All right. F1 is back under the neon glow of Marina Bay. And if you love chaos, heat, and strategy headaches, this is the race. The Singapore Grand Prix has been serving up drama since 2008. And we might just get another classic. So let's start with the basics. Track length. 4.94 kilometers, 19 corners, plenty of bumps. And the humidity, forget about it. Drivers lose up to 3 kilograms of body weight during this race. That's like doing a triathlon in a sauna while wrestling a car. This is Monaco's gritty cousin. Slower average speed, brutal concentration levels, and with an 83% safety car probability, you can bet someone's night is going to unravel. Now, let's talk about the fight at the top. Max Verstappen, back-to-back wins in Monza and Baku. He's still 69 points behind Oscar Piastri. But let's be real, that's closer than it looks with 7 races left. And here's the kicker. Singapore is the one track Verstappen's never conquered. Meanwhile, Lando Norris comes in hot, literally the reigning winner here. And Oscar Piastri, he's still shaking off that embarrassing lap 1 crash in Baku. This weekend is massive for his confidence. And don't forget, Ferrari and Mercedes, they're hanging by a thread in the team standings. But mathematically, still alive. McLaren, they just need 13 points to wrap up the Constructors' Championship. This could be the crowning weekend for Woking. Strategy, it's all about tire thermal stress. Mediums and hards are the go-to, but don't sleep on the soft, especially if a late safety car flips this race upside down. Overtakes, tricky. Even after the layout change, it's still Singapore, which means track position is golden and pit wall brains will matter as much as raw pace. So quick throwback. 2019, Sebastian Vettel pulls the undercut of the decade on Leclerc, and Hamilton survives 3 safety cars and wins the 2019 Singapore Grand Prix, his 5th win, and still the king of Marina Bay. And oh yeah, this year comes with a twist. The FIA has declared a heat hazard for Singapore. Translation, cars are running mandatory driver cooling systems. Think of it as an ice vest with tubes, pumping cold fluid into your body while you're strapped into a 60-degree sauna. George Russell already tested it, called the cockpit a sauna. Welcome to Singapore. Couple more wrinkles though. Liam Lawson's fresh off a career-best P5 in Baku, but apparently didn't get a phone call from Helmut Marko. No, good job, kid. Classic Red Bull vibes. Perform or you're out. And in the midfield, Williams are quietly locking down 5th in the standings, while Racing Bulls are suddenly dangerous with Lawson and Isaac Hadjar stacking points. So, stay ahead of the pack as Formula One takes the night stage in Singapore, where every lap is a test of heat, strategy, and pure survival. Here's your grid breakdown for this weekend. Singapore is a slog. It's humid, it's chaotic, it's strategy on a knife's edge. McLaren's chasing a championship, Verstappen's chasing history, and every driver is chasing hydration. Buckle up, because under the lights at Marina Bay, it's never just about speed. It's about survival. So tune in, lock in, and as always, keep your eyes on the press. Before we go, think on this. From four-time Formula One World Championship or champion, known for his fearless overtakes, unwavering drive, and unshakable confidence, Max Verstappen once said, "If we win it, we win it. Great. If we don't, we don't. Life goes on." Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next week on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody, and happy weekend!